Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to explain about the histories. In my previous video I explained about the processes and the procedure. Now let's understand what is the histories in the knowledge representation. Basically what is history? So history అంటే ఏంటి? It's like a past events. So మనం past events ని అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోవడం లైక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద థింగ్స్ విచ్ హ్యావ్ డన్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే లైక్ మన న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ కానీ సమ్ బుక్స్ ఉంటాయి సో విచ్ దే విల్ బి ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ అబౌట్ ద పాస్ట్ థింగ్స్ నాట్ ద ప్రెసెంట్ థింగ్స్ దే విల్ బి ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ అబౌట్ ద పాస్ట్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పాస్ట్ థింగ్స్ పాస్ట్ యాక్షన్స్ ఈవెంట్స్ okay, that is nothing but the history. Now let's understand what is the characteristics in the history. Yes, so first one is sequential nature. What is the sequential nature? In the previous videos also I explained many times sequential means it will be in the form of a sequential order. In the sequence order. So it will be in the form of a sequence nature. It is nothing but the sequence of events or the actions which will be arranged in the specified order. Okay. Next comes under the recording mechanism. What is recording mechanism? Means they will be recording the past actions, events or the states. Means past actions కానీ events కానీ లేకపోతే ఏమైనా states tasks కానీ మన ఆ థింగ్స్ ని వాళ్ళు రికార్డ్ చేస్తారు. ప్రెసెంట్ కాదు, పాస్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ ని యాక్షన్స్ ని వర్క్ ని టాస్క్ ని రికార్డ్ చేస్తారు. సో దట్ మెకానిజం ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ రికార్డింగ్. వై? బికాస్ దే ఆర్ రికార్డింగ్ ద యాక్షన్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ డన్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ ద recording mechanism. So what is the need of this recording? Why we have to do recording? Means by recording we can understand the behavior and the performance of the task or the action or the event. By recording that particular event we can get to know that what is the behavior, what are the properties involved in this, and how the task or the event will be performing. So we can understand these things by recording. సో ఈ రికార్డింగ్ వల్ల ఏంటి, ఒకసారి మనం రికార్డ్ చేసుకున్నాం అనుకో, ఒకసారి కాదు, వీ కెన్ యూజ్ ఆర్ సీ దట్ రికార్డ్ థింగ్ మెనీ టైమ్స్ సో దట్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆల్సో విల్ బి ఇంక్రీజెస్ మెనీ టైమ్స్. ఓకే, వీ కెన్ సీ whenever we required. Okay, so next one is contextual information. What is the contextual information? Means the information which is related to some particular event. So if we have an event or action which we are performing, related information will be taken. So that is known as a contextual information. So it will be including the environmental conditions. It may be the environmental conditions. Next comes under the analysis and interpretation. What is analysis and interpretation? So it will be analysis and interpreted of the past events, trends and the patterns. What are the past events, trends or the patterns? It will be analyzing the thing and it will be interpreted on that thing. Why? Because to support the diagnostic reasoning or performance analysis and decision support. So by seeing this past experience and what are the outcomes it are coming, so by seeing this experience we can increase our performance or we can make any decision, or it will be helpful in the diagnostic reasoning also by the past experience. These are the characteristics which are involved in the history. What is the first one? First one is sequential nature, where the events will be in the form of a sequential order, recording the mechanisms. What are the events, actions are performed, we have to record that so that we can use the thing in the future also. So contextual information, we have to take the relevant information according to the context. Next, analysis and interpretation. So we have to analyze the past events what are done and we have to interpret, so that by the past experience and the outcomes we can, by seeing the past outcomes and events which are completed already, we can use the thing so that we can improve our performance and we can make any decision. Even we can use this thing in the diagnosis reasoning also. So how many ways we can represent this histories? Let's see. Event logs, state transition, temporal database. In these three ways we can represent the histories. Let's see one by one. So first one is event logs. What is event logs? It's like recorded sequence of events or actions with associated time stamps. So it will be recording the events or it may be some task or the actions according to some time. So according to some time intervals, they will be recording the events or the action which we performed in the past, not the present. In the past, we are talking about the past. So they're saying like that only. See, record the past occurrences and the transitions in the system. So what are the past occurrences and the outcomes are which are completed already? We have to record the thing so that we can use the thing in the present. Okay, yeah, this is nothing but the event logs. So we have to record the events which has completed in the past. That is known as the event logs. Next, what is the state transition? So let's see what is state transition. So it is nothing but the how the system's state change over the time in response to events or the action. What is a state transition means? So the state will be changing over the time to time it will be changing. So how, if the if the state will be changing according to the time, how the event and the action will be responding to the changes. అంటే సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టేట్ అనేది టైం టు టైం చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఆ చేంజ్ అయినప్పుడు మన యాక్షన్స్ కానీ మన టాస్క్ కానీ దానికి ఆ చేంజెస్ కి ఎట్లా రెస్పాండ్ అవుతుంది అని ఈ స్టేట్ ట్రాన్సిషన్ లో చెప్తారనమాట. అర్థమైంది కదా. నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్ ట్రాన్సిషన్ డయాగ్రామ్స్. సో మనకి డయాగ్రామ్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే మ్యాట్రిసెస్, యు నో వాట్ ఇస్ ద మ్యాట్రిసెస్, ఎస్ ఆర్ నో, illustrate the transition between the different states. So different state మధ్యలో ఒక diagrammatical representation లేకపోతే mathematical representation. Or they can use the matrices also. So why they will be using this thing to represent? Why? Because to understand more clearly. సో ఇలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళకి ఇంకా క్లియర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు ఇట్లా డయాగ్రామెటికల్ ఫార్మాట్లో ఇట్లా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి, temporal database. So database and TNT, where we'll be storing the huge amount of data. We can store the huge amount of information of the data into the database so that it will be storing. Temporal means what? Time. So how the data will be stored in the database according to some duration of time. Okay, so they are saying this thing only. So which stores the historical data. So which type of data they will be storing? Historical data means the past data which is already completed in some past. So with time stamps means according to some time duration. So next, what they are doing, enabling the effective retrieval and analysis of the past events in the states. So what are the past events in the state? They will be analyzing the thing. If any good things are there in the past events in the states, they will be using the thing in the future also. So for the better performance. So for effective retrieval of the things. Okay, and temporal querying language and indexing mechanism. These are the two mechanisms, which is temporal query language and indexing mechanism, which will be supporting these two mechanisms in the data management and analysis. So to manage the data or to store the data into the database, they will be using these two mechanisms, which is temporal querying language and the indexing. So these are the three representation of the history. So the event logs, state transition, temporal database. Event logs means they will be recording the events, past events or the occurrences, and they will be analyzing the thing in the present. So they will be recording the sequence of the events according to some time intervals. State transition means what? State transitions means they will be responding to the change of the state. So they will be responding to the change of the state. Next, temporal database means they will be storing the historical data with some time duration. This is the representation of the event log, state transition and the temporal database. Now let's see what are the applications in the histories. Performance analysis, diagnostic reasoning and decision support. So in these three ways, these three are the applications in the histories. సో పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అనాలిసిస్ అంటే ఏంటి? సో మన పాస్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ని మనం ఫ్యూచర్లో యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే మన పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకు? పాస్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ కానీ యాక్షన్స్ కానీ ఆల్రెడీ అన్ని ప్రూఫ్స్తో ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ ఆల్ ప్రూఫ్స్తో ఉన్నవి మనం ప్రజెంట్తో కొంచెం మోడిఫికేషన్తో యూజ్ చేసి మనకు అవుట్కమ్స్ అకరెన్సెస్ అనేవి మంచిగా వస్తాయి. సో గుడ్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ అవుట్కమ్స్ అనేవి మనకు వస్తాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ అ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. So that is known as a performance analysis. So these histories are helpful to performance analysis and diagnostic reasoning. So you know what is a diagnostic process. So in this diagnostic process also this histories will be helpful. So by the past techniques will be using that past some ఒక్కొక్కసారి మన లేటెస్ట్ టెక్నిక్స్ అనేవి మనం యూజ్ చేయలేము. కొన్నిసార్లు మనకి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఎట్ దట్ టైమ్ we can take the past events or the past actions which has completed already with the successful proofs. We can take that thing into the present and we can solve the task. Sometimes for మన పాస్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ కానీ డేటా కానీ మనం డైరెక్ట్గా తీసుకోకూడదు, కొంచెం మోడిఫికేషన్ చేసి తీసుకోవాలి. సో దట్ వీ కెన్ get a successful results. And decision support, so we can take a successful decision making, so we can make a decision by taking some past events. So these are the three applications, so which I said before only. First, remember the side headings. So if you understand the concept, you can remember this side headings very easily. So if you remember the side headings, you can write the theory by your own. So don't be panic of remembering this all side headings, which are so many side headings in the processes and the procedures. We have so many side headings, and the histories also we have this many side headings. So that I'm saying, first remember the concept, what it will be and how it will be, then understand the side headings, then you can write the theory by your own. Okay, no one will be stopping you. And these are the things which is included in the history. Then that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and let's meet in the next video.